Hello and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We have the Wind Waker Randomizer Challenge Cup Losers Bracket Finals, decisive Game 3 between Tal and Bobby. The winner will advance to play Crystal Bellis in Grand Finals. The loser will be third place for the tournament, which is a great accomplishment. And joining me today, we have KitCot. How are you doing, Kit?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing good. Yeah, nice to join you. We do be on losers finals on Challenge Cup, and both these runners are quite insane. Tal, I believe Tal was like 4th seed, so my mic is fairly low. That's better. Yeah. Anyway, hi guys. So anyway, Tal, relatively a strong contender. She plays like 4th seed or something. Bobby, I want to say, came out of nowhere, seeding like 13th, but in Challenge Cup it is very much not uncommon to see people who seed like middle of the bracket and then just like improve dramatically, and then they're in like the top 3. I believe last year actually it was like the 2 finalists were like seeds 5 and 9 or something, so it's not uncommon at this level to see rapid improvement, and Bobby is a good example of that. So and yeah, Bobby has been taking out some good names in the losers bracket, so anything can happen, I think, and with this being a game 3.
Yeah, I think you were familiar with some of those people in CC last season.
I might have been one of them.
We may well be seeing the rise of a future main tournament 3rd place finisher and a future SGL runner-up. It's
Bobby's going down my path, yeah.
Bobby, we talked to him a little bit early in the tournament. He had been playing like kind of casually for a while, but decided this season that he was going to dip his toes into racing. Has had just tremendous results, so really excited to see how this goes. And then Tal, a runner very near and dear to my heart in the way that she routes, probably the truest Bekreeber. But we are off. Are we dropping?
Where are we dropping? Exactly. We are dropping at a random island. I have no idea where this is. This is not an important island.
Yeah, we've never been here before. I've never seen this island in my life.
Yeah. Like Cliff like Demos, Forest Haven 2, something. I don't have the hints. I don't know if you have the hints, but
the hints should be in the bot right now. I put them in right as we switched over, but we do have Cliff Valley, Forest Haven to Goma. And we also have outside to Jahala. Foolish Male.
Okay.
Yeah, this is two really free dungeons in FW and DRC, and then Earth Temple.
Yeah.
We also have a leaf on Poppy and Vera, as well as a Pictobox hinted on Windfall. So interesting to see where that will turn up. It would be nice to see the classic first Picto in Linzo's. First Picto for the runners, second Picto logically. But yeah, no swims today. Western Ferry is hinted foolish, so just a quick little check of mother and child. Bobby got through the hints real quick.
Yeah, no, Tal definitely, she's definitely taking her time, honestly, not bad strategy taking her time. I don't know if she was just like naturally slower, but it has killed many runners to misread your hints, and then because you mark something dead when it isn't, or something along those lines. Has happened to everyone, including myself, many times.
The hint meta. We're at Islet of Steel. What is that? Where did we come from?
We were apparently close to this island. I had no idea, but Tal, she did, so she's gonna be trying to get into this with this weird ass jank boat jump. Okay, smart people in chat are saying Stone Watcher. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going to try to use the Swift Sail to hop over this boat. Also could get a little bit of friendly fire from some of the other boats, so we'll see how that goes. Bobby's going for kind of the more conventional. Let's go to Windfall and start with Mila. It's been an interesting evolution in the Mila meta with no starting magic this season.
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, I remember like last season, it would be way more kind of on meta to wait for Mila until you had Fire and Ice arrows, so they could combine it with doing Creep and the other stuff. And yeah, but this because there's that extra magic requirement, it makes a lot less sense. It still makes sense, but it's a bit more considered to be a bit more aggressive. But yeah, Tal, she finally makes it into Islet of Steel. So we'll see what's on this check. And Bobby's just kind of doing some windfall stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, gonna be able to pick up a little bit of money here too if we find ourselves going, somewhere with Beetle. 200 in the chest, nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Honestly, that's not that's a good strat actually. Is like just like checking like early on, especially if you know that you're not gonna go like if you know your route isn't gonna see money for a while, it makes sense to go check some dead chest like brown chest just to see if there's money. And there Tal did get rewarded with a silver rupee.
Yeah, or maybe you don't get some money, but maybe you get a bomb bag upgrade. That's my absolute favorite convenience item.
Oh yeah.
Love 60 bombs. That was the one of the sad adjustments coming from many ones.
Oh yeah. I feel like there's like the quiver in the bomb bag. So we hey, speaking of bombs, there you go. So we already do see a kind of diversions, with the exception of obviously the islet dip from Tal. We already see a bigger divergence with Tal going to outset first instead of windfall like what Bobby did. I think this also makes sense given that this is Jalhalla hinted. Neither runner's going to cliff plat early. Even though that was Kali Damison did, although it makes sense if they want to combine stuff around that, like BPR and Thorn Fairy. That's, again, another shift from Season 5 to Season 6 is because Great Fairies are on, it makes more sense to delay Cliff Flat to kind of do all that area together. Because otherwise, double dipping for like Thorn Fairy or BPR is very inconvenient.
Yeah, it is. You don't want to be in a position where you're having to take a 50-50 on that. And outset is path, and we are able to get three of the 4 checks that are not hinted foolish. So we'll get the Cabana Deed off Jaboon. I'll be able to do everything but Big Pig. We found a Tingle statue so far, which is a little spooky. Hate seeing path location Tingle statues.
Also, even more scary when you can only check like half the island, so then you're constantly left scratching your head. Was it the Tingle statue, or is there just gonna be like a shield in somewhere stupid or something?
Another spiky.
I
think it might be. I think it might be the Tingle statue.
It may or may not be the Tingle statue. Yeah.
Because Big Pig is not gonna have our bracers. But there are still bows, typically path to Jalhalla because of key logic. We also are going to have 2 shields that we got to find. So Big Pig still in the mix. Tal did not go for Jaboon's cave.
Was that hinted dead or was that
that's
a valid
vanity?
Okay, so she might be like holding off on that in case she's able to like skip, which makes sense. But either way, she likes to not do it now. Okay.
Maybe trying to steal a little bit of time back from the Islet of Steel, trip.
Yeah. And of course, so go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Meanwhile, we got a useless pearl and a shard over on Windfall. The Picto that was hinted here is still not shown up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the Picto was hinted on Windfall, so interesting to see where that comes. But Silver Rupee on top of Headstone. Nice little peak there.
Do we have a vanilla Picto? No.
CM.
It's a little bit unfortunate because it may be on hide and seek or Miss Marie. Runners obviously want to wait for it because they're going to do Pompey and Vera, but that's looking like a very strong candidate for our hinted Picto unless we are dealing with a second Picto situation. All we know for sure is that it's not Minenko.
Yeah, that is for sure. But yeah, no, Tal basically just kind of following in Bobby's footsteps with doing Windfall stuff here. Yeah, it makes sense as well. And Bobby kind of just doing the normal thing you do after going to Windfall, just saying to North Fairy here.
Wait, do we have taught G?
We do have FW.
Yeah, we
At the very
definitely-
least. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cliff Flat to Woods, Forest Haven to DRC, and Outset to Earth Temple.
Okay, yeah.
I I definitely have read my hints very quickly and crossed up Goma and Godin before.
Yeah, I think everyone's done at least once. I know I've done that, so
Yeah,
common error.
I had that happen one time, and then I was like, wait, did I get 2 paths to Goma? What's my third hint? And it was like, no, one of my paths is taught G. Like it's taught G to Godin. So
Yeah.
We did get another shard at Northern Ferry.
Yeah, we did. We're starting to get a few shards here and there. There are like 5 shards, five overworld shards scattered around. Right, Tal is doing the game of what is in the pot. I'm going to guess yellow. Blue. Okay. So I just had to do that. But Bobby now using those bombs he's got to do DRI makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening. You know, these runners are kind of just doing some checks, doing some early game checks. You know, the plays they've made so far, you know, a lot of them make sense. Wouldn't say anyone's done anything that's like hyper aggressive or hyper safe so far. You know, everyone's makes sense so far. You know, no one's done anything completely crazy. You know, this is a game 3, so it might be that like these runners might be going for just kind of like just all simple on meta plays. Although who knows, we might see something. You know, like we might see some gambles later because of that game 3, and kind of like this like all or nothing approach. We might see that from either of the runners. I don't think either one of these runners are known for doing such plays, but in a elimination game, anything's possible.
Yeah, I'm going to try to refresh real quick. See if that helps. We're having some sync issues between the 2 runners. Let's see.
Oh, okay. It was my job to do radio commentary, apparently. Okay, so Bobby just stuck his head through the island and tried to peek it, and he did that, and it was nothing. So now he's sailing away, and Tal is rolling into a door and opens the door and goes into the where Miss Marie is, and so now she is talking to Miss Marie. And while she's doing that, Bobby is sailing and jumping, and yeah. Yeah, so Bobby is just kind of going through Crescent Moon right now. Magnus makes the picture on hide and seek cool. Honestly, not out of the question. It would be horrible, but not out of the question. Okay, but no, it is spiky on Crescent Moon, and that is another tingle statue. Speaking of Tingle, Tal, she free Tingle, so cool. So Tal will be getting some of those items. Can't remember what those items were. Tingle will show us in like 2 seconds, so a shard and something else. Yeah, Bobby doing more sail jumping to an island. Looks like he's going to Paw Print, I want to say. Okay, but no, Bobby makes a stop at Beetle 20. I can't remember if we've seen Beetle 20 from either of these runners. We might have, and I might have just missed it. Either way, it's a joy pendant, so not the most useful thing in the world. Anyway, Bobby sailing now more to Paw Print. Tal making like doing the crawling to get the maze chest in the kind of Tingle area. Not the Ganon's Tower maze chest. That would be quite impressive if she was there this early. I'm not sure. Someone asked in chat is if that's all 5 Tingle statues. I'm not sure if that is all 5 Tingle statues yet. Magic. Bobby found magic in paw print. So that's always a good find to have early on. Bobby also finding power bracelets locked behind a bomb locked check in paw print. So those bombs are kind of extra important in that sense. I don't know if I still have to do radio commentary. I think I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still working on it on the back end.
It's all good. I'm fine with talking a lot. So Bobby also finding grappling hook. Okay, paw print apparently has literally everything that you could ever need, and grappling hook. So Bobby is actually going to be doing the scale of the wall check now. It's kind of interesting. Probably what was going through Bobby's mind was he probably peeked it and probably saw a spike and went, damn, we have to double dip. And then like 2 seconds later found the grapple and was like, yippee, I don't have to double dip it. Definitely a thought process that I've had in similar situations. But yeah, Tal, she went to the Northern Ferry, so she's going to be getting the item that was there. Can't remember what it was. Shard. And Bobby getting Moblin's letter on Scale the Wall. So everything spiky, everything having some importance, nothing being completely dead or useless at paw print. So yeah, very stacked. It would be interesting to see if Tal makes the same play, although Tal might hold out for that grappling hook, which would be bad because that grappling hook is in paw print. And Tal is warping away, so not going to paw print. She is going to DRI though. Meanwhile, Bobby is doing more sailing, going to Eastern Ferry, I want to say. Okay, Tal is just doing DRI actually, yeah, because she did. Yeah, because she was at Northern Ferry. My brain, for some reason, thought Northern Ferry was close to paw print when it really isn't. Actually, that's Crescent Moon. But yeah, Bobby now just doing Eastern Ferry. Like it kind of looks like Tal is kind of following in Bobby's footsteps, but really Tal, she's done outset and she also did that Islet of Steel dip. So, I wouldn't exactly say Bobby's ahead right now. Bobby's just again, Tal is following in Bobby's footsteps, but Tal has also just done more stuff in general. So, always worth noting. So yeah, Bobby went away from Eastern, and now he is at. Okay. So it looks like he's going for Cliff Plat. Yeah, so he checks the small island chest is nothing, so again, Bobby's going to Cliff Plat finally. He does have grappling hook, which again this actually makes a lot of sense because now he can combine that with BPR with the grapple entry, and can often actually take the storage from Cliff Plat to Thorned. So now Bobby's able to kind of do all that area together. Meanwhile, Tal's getting more Tingle statues. We're at 4. I still believe we have to find the last one. I could be mistaken. Like one of the runners could have like that last Tingle statue. I still believe we're missing one more. Because I think Tal has all the 4 that we know about so far. So Tal is now in Paw Prince, going through. She did end up going there at the end, and now she's gonna find pretty much everything that the game has to offer. She's gonna find magic, power bracelets, grappling hook, Moblin's letter. Yeah, so again, Paw Print was basically stacked, so she's gonna be going ahead with all of that. But we're just finishing Cliff Plat, getting the storages quite quickly actually. Some of the storages, especially the second one, is quite finicky. But yeah, it looked like he stored Boomerang. Yeah, and he just figures that out actually now. Well, actually, he figured that out at the time. He just marked it on his tracker now. But I believe what we're going to see from Bobby is I want to say he's going to probably sail past this. Yeah, okay. He's going to sail past this island. He's going to save first in case Thorn Fairy is nothing. If it's nothing, then then Bobby's just going to he's just going to save. He's just going to reset back, and it'll put him back at Birdspeak Rock because that's where he last saved. So yeah, so Bobby's just gonna be doing more sailing, and again, he's now taking that storage to Thorn Fairy. And so, yeah. And whilst he is doing that, Tal is just going up. Tal, she is scaling the wall in a poor print, and is now pretty much getting Moblin Setter. I do believe we're going to be going down in a second. I'm still going to do this commentary.